Bingo! I'm online. I'm glad you are here. Thank you. Got your email about topics. Wow, that was a load. Okay, well, let's hear. Let's take a look at it. We put it in there. Nope, not in that one. Where did I put it? I'll dig it out here in a moment. Hang on. Oh, I see it. Got it. And pull everything else back up. Boom, doop doop. And that. Okay. I know. I'm not going to go into that business. That's kind of dorky. But that is quite the list. Oh, you put in that secondary notation about hair pieces. I put that up. I put that down under dressing. No, hair. I put it under hair. That would be okay there because it is hair. How have you been? Good, I hope. Yeah. I figured I'd be just as easy. What's up?
It's fine, you have a quart pot.
Oh.
Oh. Just going up one of these down here.
Yeah. I think that was the first one we made. So line appointment at Wednesday. Doctor blood checkup on Thursday. And the world spins on. You better believe it. Let's see. Saturday, what did I did? Started getting the wood base for the printer we're building ready. Sunday, did more of that. Today went down to, I've been having a problem with my lower back and leg, painful. So VA sent me to physical therapy. So I went down there this morning to make some appointments. And go back at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for the first one. Twist me and beat me up and whatnot else. Do some grocery shopping. No, my boobs are not too big. This is lower back. And it just, what it is, it's old age catching up from days of younger time, trying to be the hero. Yeah, take some aspirin, it'll be okay. Well, aspirin don't work so much anymore. It's not heavyweight upper back, lower back. You know, my boobs are not that big. The amount of saline they put in equates to 3.1 pound. I did the math. So when I step on a scale and they say, "Oh, you weigh so much," I take off 3 pounds. Vanity. That's all it is plain vanity. Okay, yours, if I remember right, I think you grew yours naturally, right? See, I know how much saline they put in there, so it was like 1,500 cc's or thereabouts total. And I just did the, yeah, well, that's hard to weigh though, unless you get a big tub of water, bend over, soak them in that water displacement. Yeah, I know. You got a nice set, kid. Yeah, and skin weight is more than plain saline water weight, because you got more in there than that. So, yeah, you could figure no more than 5 pounds, more like 4.5. But if you grew them on your own, that's part of the normal weight. Mine were put in so I can say, all right, it's not natural weight. Call that good. I have no idea where everybody is. Not a clue. Uh, not, I don't know where everybody is, where they went off to. Can't even begin to tell you. Okay, so she can't do Mondays. She's a regular, pretty much. You can't do Tuesday. Uh, Wednesday is getting to be a better looking. And that can work. Ah, that's right. Yeah, she does do that. So it might be difficult in the evening for her to get there. So Wednesday, okay, the 3rd. Yeah, right. We can function with that. When does Bell showed up? The 2nd?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've got company coming next week, and I was just checking. Oh, I don't care about the company. I'll be online. That's not even a question. I used to belong to another chat room, and I come to find out this one particular person lived about 20 miles from where my sister lives. So I kind of befriended her and talked with her. And one day I said, hey, how about I pop in for a visit? And she really didn't know what to say, but good for Jen. Good for Jen. This time I had to click on your name above for the live stream to show up to click on. Ha! Very strange. But Melissa lived, and my sister and I both went to visit her one time for the first meeting. And a very lovely person, and we've become very good friends ever since. So anytime I'm in the New York area, I stay with her. Gonna use her house as a crash pad. And so we kept inviting her, so finally she said, yeah, I will come out. So she's here. Well, going to be here May 2nd for 2 weeks. So that'll be good. Okay, now does your number of people watching show 2 also? Because I've got a feeling that's just you and I. I'm one watching myself, and then there's you. And good for Jen. I'm hoping she enjoys herself with that. All right, and I had yet to figure that out, how it was working. I didn't think it registered me watching myself, but I guess it does. Okay. Yeah, okay, I get that now. Good for Jen. I'm glad she finally has gotten around to doing what she'd been talking about for the longest while. And I'm happy for her. Just like yourself, it finally got to the end of the line with the paperwork. I mean, you had been there all along, but it just make it officially formal. Or formally official, however you want to call it. Well, you're done. You're good. I just couldn't wait. I just said, I've come this far, I paid that much. Let's finish this off and call it good at that. I know. But sometimes you have to work around your present situation. Hey, Hermana! Hi there. Yeah, I can understand because there are times you have the letters, you got everything lined up, and there's one, either a family situation, work situation, or something that just says, not too fast. You just got to wait her up and you just wait it out, make it all functional, and then if you had the approval, if everything is set to go, then it's your choice. Okay, what day do I want to do this? And that's what happened to me. I had the letters, I had everything, and the doc says, okay, when do you want to make the appointment? And I picked the day, and we said, okay, we'll make it happen that day. Because about 6 months before it, I mean, I had everything in hand, ready to go. And I was hawing and hemming and hawing, and Had it been around. Till finally somebody says to me, well, what are you waiting for? And I didn't really have an honest, good reason why I was waiting. Okay, fair enough question. What am I waiting for? Nothing, I guess, and I made it start happening. But I just needed that one question from one person. It could have been anybody, and made it go. That's all. Just some outsider, if you would. Dispassionate. They didn't care whether I did or didn't. It wasn't their interest. They just asked a simple question. Because I was babbling to myself. I should, I shouldn't, I should, I shouldn't, I shouldn't, I should. Back and forth. And, they didn't care. If you don't want to, fine. If you do want to, fine. I don't want to hear any more babbling. Do something. Yes, do something or do nothing. Yeah, that's all I needed was a little push. Simple question that I couldn't answer. And that was it. And I'm impulsive that way. You ask me the right question, I'm going to act on it. For watching, yay! I remember I was getting ready to get out of the service, and I had been kind of talking about I should go back to school, and maybe I ought to this, and maybe I ought to that. And then one Sunday morning, as she'd make a breakfast, she stops in the middle of it all, turns, looks at me, waving the egg spatula in her hand. She says, I don't care what you do, just do something. I'm tired of hearing it. Okay. I came home Monday from work, a little late. What took you so long? Oh, I had to stop at the college admissions office. I've got class starting next week. It was just like, you told me to do something, so I did it. Okay. That's all right. George, that was the name I gave you, from Montreal, or Quebec, now in California, if I remember right. I had to come up with a password I do not have access to at home and had just been too busy to hunt for it and test it. It's just something I don't ever use. Okay. All right. And how have you been? You're now living in Northern California, correct, if I remember right? Okay. So he's gonna work, or he's working at it, I guess. Five of us now. All right. Roberta, Hermana, George, and me. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's somebody not speaking. All right. So yeah, that's all I needed was the right question, the right time, right statement, and make it happen. The good part was, for as long as it took me to get the final night classes done and all that, there was never a question on her part about, what are you going to do that for? Mostly because she knew that, well, you told me to do it, was always going to be my answer. It worked. Yep, night classes. National University. What they do, one course a month, which sounds like, how do you do that for the proper number of hours? It was like a 4-hour class twice a week and 2 8-hour classes on Saturday during the month. So you plow through it in 1 month, you got that course done and got that credit. Oh yeah, you could really, really hump it. There were some people who were taking 2 courses a month, which was like an incredible caseload. Every night class. Do you have a story to tell us regarding your first feminine feelings and how you got to today? As a matter of fact, I do. Put up your feet, sit back, log cabin story time. No, not really. I was 4, 5, something of that nature. I can't remember exactly. Brought up in southern New York State. My mother's sisters and brothers lived in Rhode Island, about 250 some odd miles away. Now, you can travel a 250 mile trip today in something like 3-4 hours, maybe a little more, and that's about it. Well, you could, from where they used to live in Rhode Island to where we used to live in New York, I could leave there, go down 95, hit the highway, turnpike, boom, boom, and be in New York in time enough for lunch, turn right around and go back and be back home by supper time. But back in the day, late 40s, early 50s, given the road conditions, the type of vehicles, that was an all-day trip. You got up in the morning, you left early, and you got there by sundown that night. So to visit was like, one year we'd go up for 2 weeks, the other year they'd come down to visit us for 2 weeks, and made it easier. Well, this one time, they were visiting us, and it was a Sunday. Everybody's getting ready to go to Sunday services. Now,
what you forgot about this, mate?
I, at 4 or 5, what does a 4 or 5-year-old kid do while waiting for the grown-ups to get ready? There's no iPad, no Game Boys, nothing like that, no television to watch. So I have my little toy truck or something in my hand, boom, boom, playing on the floor. My cousin, who was about 15, 16, I guess at the time, something of that nature, was ready. She came downstairs, and everybody's oohing and ahhing, and what a beautiful young lady, how pretty you are, blah, blah, blah. And next thing I know, I hear somebody yelling at me, "Get off the floor, you dirty little boy." Bing! My world. I made a connection. It was like I couldn't, at the time, enunciate the words because of the feelings I had. I didn't even know the type of words. But it was like a stab in my heart. Girl good, boy bad. That was the connection I made. And that started something. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that there was a distinct difference. Girl good, boy bad. I got that. And I couldn't even say that. It was just a feeling. Well, go forward a little bit more. 1954. My mom passed away. She'd been sick for a while, but nobody in those days would tell anything to the kids. Because kids were to be seen and not heard, or not even spoken to. There's kids, they don't know nothing.
I remember getting told that.
So, past, we buried her, whatnot else. Well, it was that summer. Well, I missed her, and occasionally I would find myself going into their bedroom, standing by her dresser. Apparently, my dad really cared for Mom and all that. He never moved her dresser or any of her clothes or anything. I'd stand by the dresser and sniff their dusting powder and their perfume, the fragrance. It just, I had a close feeling. Well, one day I can't smell anything anymore. What's going on? I say to myself. And my little pea brain, at 9 years old, rationalized out that if I open a drawer, stick my hand in and fluff stuff around, I'll kind of stir up the fragrance. Now, I didn't think it in that term, but that's essentially what I guess I was thinking. Okay, logical. I opened the drawer, put my hand in to stir things around, and I touched something. And my world changed forever. It was soft, it was electric, it was intense, it was everything. I pulled my hand out, shut the door, ran out of the room. I don't know what I touched. I couldn't begin to tell you. But like the sirens who would call the sailors to the shoreline, the Greek mythology, I had to go back and find out, what did I touch? What was this fabulous, fascinating thing that I touched that I couldn't get out of my head? A couple of days went by, I had the chance to go back into their room. Opened the drawer, I looked, and it was one of her nightgowns. Oh my God. Oh my God. My nightgown. Oh, and it was soft and it was wonderful. And something said to me, put it on. Try it on. You know you want to. So I did, and oh my Lord. I had missed my mom. She was hugging me. She was holding me. She was everything. It was just all the wonderful sensations were there. And it was so blissful for those few moments. And then, oh my God, what the hell am I doing? I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. I'm everything. And I took it off, threw it in the drawer, closed the drawer, and didn't go back in that room for months. I couldn't stand the idea. I'm the only one in the world. Nobody, I can't say anything to anybody. I can't tell anybody, no. I'm the only one. No, I can't, no, what? I can't. But again, that calling, that desire, but I can't do it, no. But it kept bringing me back. And I'm a recovering Catholic, okay? The guilt. Anybody can understand this. But I tried so hard to deny everything. Went to private schools, joined the military, got married. Just the zillion things you do to deny everything. Well, as we all know, you don't cure it. It never goes away once it starts. It just gets more and more pronounced. And finally, December of 2009, my wife of 38 plus years passed. Her health had been deteriorating. She went down and gone. Great. Now what? Well, January of 10, I had a scheduled physical checkup with my doc. And I went. And she said, sorry to hear about your wife, blah, 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 blah. And your meds are good, your labs are good, your blood pressure is fine. Well, all those nice things. Okay. And then she looked me square in the eye from the chart. Is there anything else? bing. I knew that instant, that second, right now, something said to me, no, it would be nice that I do have somebody, at least say hi. That way I can get a good count, just for my own curiosity. But when she said, is there anything else? I knew right then. Speak now or forever remain a coward in the corner in the closet. As a matter of fact, there is. And for the next 20 minutes, it all spilled out. I don't think I stopped to take a breath once. And I was done. She looked me again square in the eye. She said, well, it's about time you said something. I said, you knew? She says, yes, but I could not say a word. Medical ethics wouldn't let me prod you. You had to tell me. Okay. That was in January. What are we going to do now? How are we going to go about this? What do we do? By June, July that same year, I was taking my hormones. So that was July of 10. August of 14, had my surgery. It moved right along nicely. Does that give you an answer to your question of do I have a story? And how it all came about to where I am today. And hello, Allison. Glad to see you're here. It just, by saying something, I know I have an idea who is here because the screen doesn't say Allison joined. It just tells me there's another body watching. So I have no idea who it is. So that's a good thing. And everybody else is doing okay, I presume. Hey, I got a question. I had surgery on your birthday. Nice! August is Hermana's birthday, August 14th. 14th, or was it the 4th I had it? 14th.
Yeah, my brother's birthday.
Yeah. Steffi's brother has his birthday. He's the one in New Zealand, isn't he?
No, that's Elaine's brother.
Oh, Elaine's brother's in New Zealand.
You met my brother.
That's right, too. Yeah, it's my birthday, too. So it all works good. Or was it the 4th? I cannot remember.
I thought it was the 4th because I had mine in July.
That's right. It is the 4th, not the 14th.
27th?
Something like that. You had it the Monday before me.
Yeah, but mine was for boobs and yes. I don't remember.
Where are we going to find out here? Go back in the calendar. Yeah, you had yours on the 28th. I had mine on the 4th. Yes, Monday to Monday. Okay. It was the 4th, not the 14th. Oh. Oh, it was 2014. That's where the 14 came from. Oh, that explains that. You get to a point where you don't take notice of it or keep track of anymore. You just move on with life.
Yay.
And that works. "29 years after you." Wow. Now, I'm just amazed with you, Roberta.
Yay.
You amaze me, Roberta, because those days it wasn't very common. You know, it's a pleasure to know somebody who was an early adopter who's been at it for a while. That's a good feeling to know this. How did your life continue? What about your day-to-day life like now? Who's crazy? Yeah. How does your life continue today? I'm retired. I get up in the morning and whatever needs to be done during the day, I do it. If I have to go get groceries, I do. It just if I have to get up in the middle of the night, I can't just stand over the bowl. I have to kind of sit. I don't know. I just kind of it's just so natural a feeling. I don't think about there having been a change. It's just like it always should have been. I suppose that's how I look at it. You know, I don't see a difference. It's what I should have been doing all along, I guess, is how I want to look at it. And I don't think anything of it. I suppose the best example I could give, back in the day when I was first starting, it was mostly just cross-dressing and going out carefully. Go out to the donut shop. And, can I help you, ma'am? Oh, thank you very much. You know, I would thank him for acknowledging me with the ma'am. And so by smiling and being happy and giddy and whatnot else. Now I get it. Can I help you, ma'am? You know, he would say, can I help you, ma'am? Yeah, I'll have a half a dozen of these and 3 of them and 2 of the other. Thanks for getting all that stuff. How much? There it is, and go. So, when I get acknowledged, being ma'am, Mrs., hey lady, I expect that. So I don't get all giggly and silly about that addressing. I expect it. Did that make sense? Does to me, okay? Yeah, you get it, Roberta. It's like it should have been all along. I don't know, it's kind of like you join a club. Yeah, when your expectations happen. You join a club, and after a while, you're not considered the new guy anymore. You're just another member. And you can't say when it's going to happen. It just sort of becomes normal. If you're married, the first couple of weeks is kind of like, wow, somebody sharing my life in my house with me. And then you reach a point where it's like, it always was this way. This is the way it should have been all along. And you're happy with it. And you don't even think of somebody new in my house. Yeah, you expect certain things. Yeah. One of the 3.5 billion you blend in is just another person. You don't stand out. You don't stand in. There's nothing odd or different about you. You're just another body along the line. And that's all you want. That's all I ever wanted, to be another one of the bodies. I don't want to be the leader of the parade, be one of these flag carrying, flag waving, bandwagon driving people. Oh, you're trans. You got to get out there and make everybody aware. No, I don't gotta anything. Leave me alone. And that's all I want. And then they are the same ones who will accuse me. Oh, you want to live stealth. No, I just want to live like everybody else. I don't want to raise any ruckus. And I don't want to hide. Go about my business. If you, at some point, figure me out and ask the proper question in a respectful manner, I'll answer you. If after a while you figure me out and start getting kind of snarky, I'll avoid you. All right? The gal I used to go see, I don't know what happened. I haven't seen her in a while, for my toes. I could tell after about 4 or 5, 6 appointments that she suspected something. I didn't say anything. And then about 3 or 4 appointments later, I says, I explained to her, I says, yeah, I am and I was. She said, okay. Just confirms what I was thinking. What color do you want? It's like, okay. Just to let you know, as a 79-year-old, I live an andro life, mostly presenting as female. My values are definitely supportive of others, and I'm happy. Bingo! Bingo, you get it. Just like you. You get up in the morning, you put on some clothes, hair if you have to, and you go out and go about your business. And somebody will say, hey, ma'am, this, that, the other thing. Hello, Allison. Yeah. 79. Ooh, you're older than I am. Ha ha. Cool. You see, Steffi?
Child.
I'm the child. I'm not the old crone here. I love it when I do meet somebody and they're complaining or talking about, oh, my advanced age of 65 or something. And I look at them, child. So it's a good thing. Coming up on 74, right? No, 73, excuse me. Oh, can't have that. Coming up on 73 this year. Not still a young kid. I enjoy it too. Yeah, some of the joints in the bones aren't exactly what they used to be, but I can deal. I'm getting along well. And I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. My 79-year-old kid here. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself and you're just going about your business in a happy way. Isn't that what we always want? Roberta sent me a list of topics for discussion: body, bras, dressing, hair, makeup, jewelry, miscellaneous medical effects, um, and other people in our life. A series of topics. You know, and it was a beautiful list. I really think it's a great one. I just realized at the very, very bottom of the TJ discuss, ever gone to a cross-dressing transgender gathering or party? Yes, a number of them. Fantasia Fair, a couple, 6 times now.
I went
Empire
in there. I went there. And I almost punched 2 people.
Empire Conference in New York, a couple times. First event in Boston, 1 or 2 times. So yeah, I've been to a couple of them. Yeah, it just to let you know that I've been around a couple. In fact, that event where I went to Fantasia Fair a couple times there, I ended up giving talks and presentations. Yeah, I know Allison knows about them. She'd mentioned it a couple times. One of these days, I'm going to go to another one out here on the West Coast if I find a decent one that I want to go to just because. Well, we'll work at it. But again, it's another one of them. Not that I'm leaving everybody else behind. Just I've learned what I needed to know. Had my experiences, and move on. They can be a lot of fun. No. And I'm glad that I went to them. I learned. I got good information. It is interesting to me that most of the folks on MWB are past 50. Surprisingly, yeah, I find that interesting myself. Seems to this widower that many are a little concerned about interaction with their wives. Yeah, and I guess I can explain it, or I have a theory. You reach a certain age or time married, and you've been either suppressing the urge, the desire, the wish, the hopes, and all that, or you didn't even know it was there until it awoke later on. And now you don't know what to say or how to get out of this to your wife. What do I say to her? How do I get around this? What do I do? So you've built up a bond of trust with this significant other, wife, girlfriend, whatever, and you don't want to destroy it because you're worried about what will they think. And you constantly beat yourself up. Wish I'd said something earlier. Well, earlier, it probably wouldn't have worked if you'd said something earlier. I can't explain how to get around it, what to do to fix it, or anything like that. I really can't. But why is my I'm going to have to make an adjustment on my camera. I got a top and bottom bar. I'll have to figure that out. How I can get around that one of these days. Maybe the next time I'm online, I'll have that part figured out. I don't have a full screen. Kind of aggravating a little bit. I seem like I'm a little flattened. I'll come up with something on that. Make that straightened out. Well, I kind of apologize for the cruddy presentation tonight. I'll get that bettered next time. Always have been. Okay. I guess I just never paid attention. I'll get her to. I know. I tried something the other day. It's a digital microscope, and USB powered. I think what I did when I tried it out, I might have fiddled with the camera settings a bit. But this thing is good to like 500 power. Kind of fascinating. Good for soldering small joints and fittings like that, so you can see them better. I'll come up with something on that. I'll try to fix it somehow. If I can't, well, squish Phyliss. Had to put up with it. We're doing good tonight. Started off a little slow, but a few people finally caught up and caught on. Let's see. Oh, okay, I know what happens here. If I don't do any chatting online, it gets a little bit almost like I time out. What do we got here? Oh. Okay, well, more people are members there than I had suspected. Because there was that note this morning, Fat Life. Okay, that's cool. I just hope that everybody pays attention to what it said. I really don't care if you want to join it or not. I know what it's about. As long as nobody starts expounding upon their content here, I'm good. It don't bother me a bit. And retired and loving it, yeah. a lot of us are. Yeah, that was my only comment about Fat Life. You want to be there, fine. That's very possible. Set to wide format rather than portrait. I went over there. I just took a quick look at the main site. If I'm online at all, I'll occasionally pop in and check to see what's going on. Every so often, the topic of Fat Life comes up. And like I say, I don't care. I'm not going to deny anybody from speaking of another site. Hi, Steffi in yellow.
Hi.
Roberta saw you going by to get your soda. What is that, about the 10th one today?
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah, but you're all in yellow.
Yeah, so
Okay. Allison, you're the somewhat electronic type. Hermana, if you're still here, I know you are. But this is... Let me get this moved over here a little bit. These are the things that she builds. Alrighty. A little delay here. Gonna get it a little bit closer. And yeah. Yeah, little boards like that. That's a little fuzzy. Back it up just a squeak. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Yeah, she built that whole board. And it got, well, here, let me do this. Put a little bit of light on the subject. Okay, memory board, yes.
It's an Arduino
It's Arduino
of a different kind.
for different,
This Arduino would take 4 different chips.
it'll take 4 different chips. It's
Basically a programmer.
it's a programming board she built. Yeah, programming board. Oh, she does that.
At the moment, I'm managing to put Windows software onto Linux.
She's putting Windows software on Linux
At the moment.
at the moment. So, good luck for her.
And I'm succeeding.
Hermana says, Steffi, you build programmable things. My own talent is with hardware-driven electronics only.
Ah, sweet. Come over here. We'll make a good team.
Yeah. Steffi says, come over here. You make a great team.
I do one part. Amanda does the other.
Yeah.
It'd be like, change my, your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn.
Yeah.
To me,
to me, to you.
Jackal vision, jackal vision.
Yeah, there was an old British show, 2 comedians, and part of it, the routine, to me, to you, to me, to you. And it's a
One of the best kids shows I like to come from Australia, Going Round the Twist.
going around the what?
Twist.
Going around the twist.
But you assholes gave us friggin' Neighbours and Home and Away. Thanks. Oh, and Cell Block H.
Well, there's nobody from Australia there.
Oh, ain't I?
Hermana's from Kiwi, New Zealand.
Ah, same thing.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, it is. Wait for it to blow up now.
Roberta says, ew, Linux.
I use Windows and about 3 different distros of Linux.
I'm not going to get into it. Let you two fight it out. Hey, guess what? My hour's up. Or thereabouts. I want to thank everybody for coming here and helping out with this. It's been good. Throwing up the Habakiwi. All right, there is a difference.
I know that, but...
She just raising your hackles.
Yeah.
Intentionally. She's that way.
I got a few Aussie mates who, God, you can say that they're from New Zealand.
Okay, I'm going to call it off for the night. It's been good and enjoyable. Alrighty, let's see here. Hang on a minute. All right, we'll figure out how to set that up for later. Thank you again ever so much for all your time and effort and your participation. It's been good. Bye-bye.